Today on the channel, we begin our look at Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Wave 2. And we're starting with Kurt Wagner, the amazing Nightcrawler, or the way I got it figured.
The way I got it figured.
Some figure fans, way I got it figured, back with another Marvel Legends review. This time we're looking at Nightcrawler from X-Men 97 Wave 2, the Marvel Studios release, which will be airing beginning on March 20th, starting with 2 episodes. Don't know if Nightcrawler is going to appear in those first 2 episodes, but he's definitely going to appear. That's why they made a figure for him. This is actually not my copy of Nightcrawler. I borrowed it from a buddy to do the review. I'm going to pick him up in store sometime in the near future, but I wanted to get him reviewed as quickly as possible, so I figured we'd start with him. So, as usual, the packaging is the same from the prior wave. Got your Marvel Studios X-Men 97 with the 6 initial cast members on. And of course I got this wave, the previous wave, all except for Gambit, because I have Gambit that I just feel like I don't need to replace. And you got Nightcrawler, some nice art here. And they're sort of going like Dave Cockrum with it, with the whole black highlights on his face. Not sure how much I like that, but we'll get them out and see. But I see what they're going for, and I do like that they're trying that. Nightcrawler's looking pretty cool in there. On the back, you've got your cross cell for this wave. Magneto, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, the Executioner, and Goblin Queen. And nice product shot of Nightcrawler. Alright, let's get them out and see what we've got. Okay, so we've got Nightcrawler out of the package. And his accessories here, which is basically 2 fisted hands. There you go there. And an alternate portrait, which isn't really all that different than the initial portrait. His mouth is kind of open a little bit, but it's not super different. So here you are with his static face. And his alternate portrait. I probably like this one better. I don't know. But, you know, it does look in hand a little bit better than it does in the package with the highlight. Kind of get what they're going for with it, animated but not animated. It's almost like the comic book Dave Cockrum style. And then most interestingly, you know, he's on a new pinless body. I'm gonna guess that the previous Nightcrawler figure has the same body, but I don't know, because I don't have him. I don't have a Nightcrawler. But he's got some pretty good motion. So while we're looking at that, we'll look at the articulation on the figure. Since he is of a different body type than the standard Marvel Legends body. So you can kind of X out to about there. Obviously the normal stuff, the butterfly joints, the double hinged elbow, is all there. And of course he's got his prehensile tail with the little point. Very generous ab crunch. Very generous back anti-crunch. With the waist swivel. Pretty deep ankles. Pretty deep knee bend. This is a very poseable figure. He does have butterfly joints, as you can see. They're not super substantial, but he does have them. So Nightcrawler in the comic book is a mutant with the ability to teleport into a brimstone-like smoke kind of portal, or at least brimstone is left behind when he teleports, rather. And he can do it at a range of something like 2 miles, as long as he can't teleport past things he can't see, so he can't, he can guess, but he can't, like, teleport through like 3 feet thick concrete and only go 2 feet, because he'll die. So he's limited essentially to line of sight, but he can guess. And he can teleport at a very fast rate, fusillade kind of deal, which he uses in combat. That was always my favorite thing about him. And he is superhumanly agile. Maybe a shade under the order of Spider-Man. But depending on story, he might be just as agile as Spider-Man. I don't think he's ever been more agile than Spider-Man. But back in my day, he wasn't quite as agile as Spider-Man, which is still super duper agile. But you can, do some pretty good posing with this guy. And with the butterfly joint, you can even kind of pull off the fusillade punching that he would do when he would teleport. Yeah. I like him a lot. I didn't pre-order him, like I said, but I'll definitely pick him up in store. And I've been using these X-Men 97 figures to kind of fill out my X-Men ranks. I had a subscriber a few months ago ask me to do my top 10 Marvel Legends X-Men figures, and I'm going to do that as soon as I get to enough figures that I feel like I can do a top 10. Me being an Avengers guy primarily, but it's been fun getting all these X-Men guys. And I gotta say, this Nightcrawler, he might make the list. It's a really nice figure. If you watch my videos, you probably can tell how much I like a figure based on how much I play with it in the video, because it's, he's very poseable, very toyetic. Really like it. Let's do like this. Let's get his alternate head on there so we can see how that looks. Nightcrawler. Alright, so let's compare him with a couple of his X-Men 97 figures, fellow X-Men 97 figures. So we'll bring in Storm. And of course, Wolverine. And Nightcrawler's not very tall. He's taller than Wolverine, but shorter than Storm, and that's about right. Looks great with them. And not for nothing, of course, I picked them because they're all new, all different X-Men, along with Nightcrawler. I guess Cyclops is one of them, but I didn't put him in the video. Not this time, anyway. So there you go. Do a couple of comparisons, and we're going to move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Nightcrawler. I think this is a great figure. He's much better than I thought he was going to be. Not saying that he was going to be bad, but he's exceedingly poseable. He's got balance. You can kind of do Nightcrawler-y things with him very easily. The only thing he might be missing is the classic sword, but this is not the classic Nightcrawler, so he shouldn't have a sword. But it's Nightcrawler, and he's extremely poseable, which is what you want in a Nightcrawler figure. I like him. I like him so much. He might be the best figure I've gotten out of this entire thing, and this isn't even mine. I can't help but give him a 10. It's a great figure. It's a great figure. It's a great Nightcrawler. This is the Nightcrawler I didn't know I needed. So yeah, I've been trying to give out less 10s. I don't know if people have been noticing that. I know some people think that, ratings are useless or whatever, but they're very useful to me. It goes to show how much I like a figure. I generally don't go below 8, maybe 7 here and there, because I think everything's decent. But, you ratchet it up a little bit for how good something is. And for what this is, for a Marvel Legends figure, everything's there. You get some extra hands, pinless joints, that's the new craze. I'm just going with the tide. Extra head, and really nice posability, and it looks like the character. I don't know, what else you would want. So yeah, there you go. Nightcrawler. Where I got a figure rank, 10. Alright, that's going to do it for this one. Next time, we'll be looking at probably Executioner. But, there'll probably be a couple of videos in between the X-Men 97 stuff, because I still got the Void Build-A-Figure Wave stuff to get to. So there's that. That's going to do it for this one. Everybody stay safe, and I will see you all on the next video. Peace.
The way I got it figured.